Rules for English consonantal allophones. We have been discussing English consonants within last few topics, few sessions, and we have come to know that a phoneme has many physical realization. Like a phoneme may have various forms, various allophones, right? And it's a requirement from a phonologist and phonetician that he or she should explain that what is happening at the base level, right? So what is actually there at the deeper level, which is taking place the surface level, right? So this study of allophones in English that give us an opportunity to study some rules of English, consonantal allophones. And just remember that these rules are given at the end of chapter 3 in your course book, which is written by Leda Fogett and Johnson. And you can just read them in detail there. But I'm just to explain those rules here for your understanding and also to give you some, in-depth analysis of them. All right. These are descriptive rules, or maybe you can call them just the statements, right? Or formal statements for English consonants. Why? Because these are not prescriptive rules. We are not forcing anyone, or we are not, just prescribing for someone to speak English in this way, or like to pronounce English in, in the light of these rules. But these are descriptive rules, and this descriptivity, or like this description, basically, this means that we have analyzed what is the logic behind these allophones, or like we have found them, those processes, those features within the description of English sounds, all right? And or maybe more carefully, these rules are, the language behavior. Like how is English as a language, giving its behavior in a specific context, and how a phoneme is taking a specific form, right? So that is studied here in this discussion. Rule is that longer consonants at the end of a phrase, they are longer, right? Like a consonant which is taking place at the end of a phrase is longer. When the same consonant is taking place at word initial or word medial level, then it is shorter. But at the end of a phrase, it is longer, right? Then voiceless stops per occur, they are aspirated in words like Pakistan, toy, or king, right? So in these words, the per occur, they are taking word initial position, the onset position, and then these are aspirated, right? Then voiced obstruents like b, d, g, v, th, z, and zh, right? These are voiced obstruents. They are voiced only contextually, right? Like add to, right? So in word add to, the t is, this is contextually voiced, right? And then the point is that these obstruents, which are voiced obstruents, they are very slightly voiced, right? So that's also a feature of the English obstruents. There are more rules for obstruents. Stops are unexploited before another stop. And there are two examples. Apt, right? In apt, when per, when they are taking place in a cluster, per, right? So per is unexploded. The burst, the explosion is not completed for per sound, right? So that's also another allophonic variety of per sound. Then rubbed, in rubbed, per is again unexploded. Then syllable final per are, they are accompanied by an overlapping glottal stop in words like tip, pit, and kick, right? So there is an addition of this glottal stop here in these words. And then t is replaced with glottal stop before n, as in, bn, bn. So this t is replaced with glottal stop. That's another, rule for t stop. Then the so-called voiced stops and affricates like b, d, g, j are voiceless syllable initially, except when they are accompanied by some voice sound. So if they are not accompanied by a voice sound, they are not adjacent by voice sound, then they are not really voiced. Then they become voiceless, right? Per occur, they are unaspirated when they are, just taking place together with surfricative sound, like in words stay or spoo or sky. So the k, p, t, these sounds are then, they are unaspirated. And then voiceless obstruents like p, t, k, ch, f, t, s, and sh, they are longer than the corresponding voiced obstruents, right? Like the corresponding, their voiced counterparts are b, d, g, j, v, th, z, and j at the end of a syllable in words like tap or tack or cat, right? So those voiceless obstruents are, they are longer than their voiced counterpart.